Okay, so we're about to start the review problem set video. Just a couple things before you start. There's a blank copy of the two problems we're going to work on posted. If you have a printer and want to print those out and do it on there, you can. That's available to you, but you do not need to do that. You can get all the problems you're going to work on by just following along with the video. You will, however, need a piece of paper and something to write with, because I would like you to write your work for these problems down, and then I'm going to have you take a picture of it and submit that picture to me. So we're going to try that for turning things in. If you have a different idea about how to turn something in, let me know, and maybe we can do that. This is new to me, so I'm just trying this. But yeah, okay, that's what you need, so get your paper and pencil, and then we'll start the video. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna start our video, and it's just gonna be two problems, so it's gonna be really light. Hopefully you have your pencil and paper ready. First thing I would like us to do is just set up our paper, because we're gonna turn this in. You're gonna take a picture of it and turn it in for me. So first thing is in the middle at the top, I would like you to title this Review Problem Set number 1. So there's our title. And then in the upper right, put your name. So put your name right there. And then we can put a number 1 where we'll have our first problem. Okay, so if you need to pause here to get your paper set up, do that. Otherwise, just keep watching and we'll go on to the first problem. Okay, this is a distance formula problem. Find the distance between the points -4, 10 and 2, 2. I'm going to zoom in on that. Okay, so the first thing we need to know, or we need to remember to do this problem, is the distance formula. If you don't remember the distance formula, it's no problem. I'm going to write it down for you. The distance formula says that the distance, or d, is equal to a big giant square root, and underneath that square root we have x2 minus x1 all squared plus y2 minus y1 all squared. That's all under the big square root. So distance formula problems are pretty chill because all we need to do is identify x2, y2, x1, y1, and then plug those into our formula. So let's pick our points. I'm going to pick this first point to be x1, y1. And I'm going to pick the second point to be x2, y2. And then I just need to plug those into the formula. If you have the points reversed, so you picked this one to be x2, y2 and this one to be x1, y1, that's also fine. It will work out just the same as long as you're consistent throughout the whole problem. But I'm going to do it this way. So I'm going to set up my formula and then plug in. So I've got my square root, I have my space where those numbers are going to go. Okay, so first thing is x2, and that's up here. That's my blue x coordinate, so I'm going to use blue. x2 is 2, so I'm going to put a 2 right there where x2 goes. Then while I have blue, I'm going to do y2, which goes here. So y2 in this case is also the number 2, so I'm going to put a 2 where y2 goes. So I'm just plugging into the formula. Now let's switch to pink. So my pink x coordinate, x1 is -4. x1 goes down here, so I'm going to put -4 right there for x1. And y1 is 10. y1 goes in my last spot right there. Okay, so we identified x1, y1, x2, y2. Then we plug those into our formula. Last thing is just to simplify this expression. So let's let's see, big square root, 2 minus negative 4. I'm subtracting a negative, that's the same as adding a positive, so this becomes 2 plus 4, which is 6. And then 2 minus 10, that's negative 8. So just simplifying slowly. 6 squared is 36. Negative 8 squared is positive 64, because this means negative 8 squared, that means negative 8 times negative 8. And a negative times a negative is a positive, so we get positive 64. That gives us 100, and then the square root of 100 is 10. So our distance between these 2 points is 10. Okay, hopefully that came back to you a little bit. If you need to go back and watch that again, that's fine. If you need to pause the video and work some stuff out, that's fine. Otherwise, we're going to go on. So the last thing I'd like you guys to do is to try this problem on your own. Find the distance between the points 5, negative 15, and 17, negative 31. I wrote the distance formula out for you here, so you can start by writing that down on your paper. I would like you to pause the video right now and try this on your own. And then when you're ready, you can restart the video and see the solution if you need to. Okay, so pause now. All right, hopefully you had a chance to try that on your own. I'm going to run through the solution quick, so I'm going to zoom in on this. We have our distance formula ready for us, so let's identify x1, y1 and x2, y2. I'm going to use blue and green this time to mix it up. So I'm just going to pick, oops, I just drew y backwards. This first point to be x1, y1, and the second point to be x2, y2. But if you did it the other way around, you should still get the same answer. Okay, so after I choose those, I'm just going to plug into my formula. So let's get our formula set up. I'm leaving these spaces because I'm using the colors, but you don't have to leave the spaces like this. You can just write it out. Okay, so first thing is x2. x2 is my green x-coordinate, so I've got green, and it's 17. And then while we have green, let's do y2. So that's my green y-coordinate, which is negative 31. So negative 31 goes there. Okay, switch over to blue. x1 is my blue x-coordinate, that's 5. And finally y1, that's my blue y-coordinate, that's negative 15. Okay, so I identified x1, y1, x2, y2, I plugged them in. Now I just have to simplify this, and we'll just simplify one step at a time. So 17 minus 5, that's 12. Negative 31 minus negative 15, we're subtracting a negative again, so this is the same as negative 31 plus 15, which should be negative 16. Okay. So negative 12 squared is 144. Negative 16 squared is positive 256. Again, this is negative 16 times negative 16, and a negative times a negative is always a positive. 144 plus 256, that is 400, so we have square root of 400. And square root of 400 is 20. Okay, so that's it. If you want to leave comments about the video, there's a link to a Google form where you can give me feedback. It will just help me make videos better in the future. So let me know what worked, let me know what didn't work if you want. Otherwise, thank you for sticking with me, and I will talk to you guys soon.